Programang ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual, horror o droga na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
Okay, alright. So, ayan. So, this is now the third part of our video na the last part of our pre-recorded lecture on semen analysis. Grabe, ang daming chika. Medyo matagal ako natapos nito, ha? But anyway, I do hope that's clear. So far, atong mga tests sa good, mainly, nagina-test for semen, your sperm count and concentration, your sperm motility, of course, your sperm morphology, and lastly is your sperm vitality or viability. Okay, so atong mga different methods dito. Okay, alright. Now we go now to what we call your post-vasectomy semen analysis. Now, ang point lang ani guys is, again, ang point is vasectomy is a type of contraception. Okay, it's a type of contraception again para dili na makakonceive og child. And it's usually done, of course, on males because again sila ang naay vas deferens. So gina-cut ang vas deferens so that dili na maka-appeal ang sperm sa ejaculate if ever magani mo ejaculate siya. So if na siya ejaculate na ipagawas, it's only just katong mga fluid like seminal fluid, prostatic fluid, pero wala na i-appeal ang sperm. Okay? And that's important because again, we want, or the couple or the person wants to prevent conceiving a child. Okay? Alright, ayan. So again, the cutting of vas deferens so that the ejaculate will not contain any sperm cell. So ang concern na ani guys is dapat walay sperm gyud na makitaan. And it's usually done 2 months after vasectomy and consecutively until and continued until 2 consecutive months wala na sperm na makita. Because again, ang point daw of sterilization, meaning sterilization jud wala na kanang dili na gyud siya ka panganak or wala na jud sperm. The point of sterilization daw varies kada vasectomy patient. So dili gyud daw siya dayon-dayon na mawala ang sperm cells. So muna siyang we start at 2 months after vasectomy and then continued until naanagyoy result na 2 months na consecutive na sunod-sunod wala na sperm. Then that would indicate na okay na, ang successful na ang vasectomy. Okay? Alright, that's post-vasectomy semen analysis. Ayan, so as you can see, di ba, diri ang epididymis, of course, diri mo mature ang sperm. Now, if you have vasectomy, so wala na mo, dili nakapunta ang sperm, right? To the connection of the vas deferens para pang ejaculation. So, of course, wala na sperm na ma-appeal sa semen. So, ma-prevent na ang conception of child. Okay? Alright, ayan. That's post-vasectomy semen analysis. So, if ikaw, like, okay na ko aning 12 ka children, mag-contraception na ta. Sige, go sa vasectomy. Ganahan ka. Okay? Alright. Grabe no, ang sipag nyo guys. Kung namoy 12, 1 dozen. Wow. Mga 12 disciples. Char. Okay, alright. Ayan, now we go now to some terminologies. Okay, so I suppose dapat ato pa ning first slide, but karon lang siya nabutang. But some terminologies to describe, no, your overall mga semen and overall appearance and ana. So start we have azospermia, meaning wala joy ejaculate. So pag example mo try kag masturbate, wala mo gawas na fluid or anything, wala jud. So that's azospermia. So basin adyo problema sa imuhang prostate, sa katong tig-produce fluid, etc. sa ejaculatory duct ba, yeah. So azospermia. Now the second term is azoospermia. Walay sperm cells. Pero you have an ejaculate. So, example, if give vasectomy ka, you still have the fluid provided na nag-work properly yung prostate, ang seminal vesicles, etc. So, you still have the fluid but wala na siya sperm cell sulod. That is azoospermia. So, kanang mo, ka, charot lang. Okay. And next is negrospermia. Okay, delete the racist, no? Black Lives Matter. Okay. Negrospermia, it means the semen contains dead or immotile sperm cells, negrospermia. Okay, so again, delete the racist dire, Black Lives Matter. Okay, all right. And last one, oligospermia. By the name itself, oligo, low ang number of sperm cells or decreased imuhang sperm concentration. Okay, so additional lang ni siya. All right, na mga terms. All right. Okay, next. We now go to a summary lang of the normal values for semen analysis para easy na lang ninyo to remember. Okay? Ayan, so ang volume is dapat again 2 to 5 ml. The viscosity should pour in droplets. pH is 7.2 to 8. Sperm concentration is greater than equal ni siya dapat 20 million per ml. Sperm count greater than equal to 40 million per ejaculate. Motility greater than 50% within 1 hour. So, gunis pa rin daw 1 hour. Quality? Ha? Wait, I think sa'yo pa ni. Okay. I think viability ning greater than 50% within 1 hour. So viability ni siya, guys. Viability. Okay? And then ang motility is dapat greater than 2 or A and B. Okay? Alright? Yeah, A, B, C, D, ay, tama. A and B. Tama. A and B ba? Okay, anyway. And then next is for morphology. Ako sa i-check ha. Atong summary. Okay. Alright, so again, ato ang morphology greater than 30% if normal forms, if routine criteria, and if Kruger's strict greater than 14%, and round cells should be less than 1 million round cells per ml. Okay. Alright. Again, so summary na siya. I think I'll edit na lang this and then I'll send an updated PDF. Okay. Alright. Ayan. And next, assessment of sperm cells. Again, a summary lang of the tests that we perform. Number 1 is again sperm morphology. Unsa na stain atong gamiton? Eosin and nigrosin. But again, recall that you can use Papa Nicolaus, Wrights, or Gemsa. Alright. Ay, sorry, for morphology pala is Wrights atong gigamit, diba, sa atong method. But according to the book, stain of choice nato ang Papa Nicolaus. Okay? Please take note. Stain of choice, Papa Nicolaus for sperm morphology. Again, katong mga dimensions sa head, sa head, my neck, my back, charot lang. Dimensions sa head, dimensions sa mid-piece, and sa tail, ha? Okay, measurements. Alright. Next, you have sperm viability. For sperm viability, dili dito mo gamit og eosin and nigrosin, di ba? If dead ang sperm, iyang i-take up ang eosin, munang red iyang head. Pero if alive lang ang sperm, dili niya i-take up ang eosin, so wala ray stain iyang head. And ang normal is dapat greater than 50% within 1 hour. Okay, next you have sperm count. Again, for sperm count, chilled tap water or formalin bicarbonate solution. So usually daw, kaning formalin bicarbonate solution, muna siya maka-help og stain pod, visualize the cells, alright? But your chilled tap water can also do the same. Will suffice na pala, is enough. Because ang point lang is we want to immobilize, dili na sila maglihok-lihok para dili lisod i-examine. Okay? Alright, ayan. And last, charge in the Neubauer counting chamber. Please take note, di ba, for Neubauer counting chamber, ato ang formula. If 2 ka-RBC squares, 2 ka-large squares, unsa atong shortcut, times 100,000. Pero kung 5 ka-RBC squares, unsa ato ang shortcut, 1 million. Okay? Alright, ayan. So, that's for sperm concentration. Sorry. Okay, alright. And last one is sperm motility. Again, sperm motility, cover slip method. And cover it with cover slip. And we also have what we call the CASA, guys. The CASA Alicia, ha? Computer assisted semen analysis. Okay? Alright. So, ang point ani is computerized na imuhang pag check sa semen analysis. Okay? Alright. So, what it does is it detects trajectory, meaning iyahang asa siya padulong, and velocity. Okay? And makadetect po siya sa imuhang sperm concentration and morphology. Okay? So, it's already computerized. CASA, computer-assisted semen analysis. So, usually, first is for motility. Sa motility, madetect na niya ang trajectory, asa iyahang direction, and velocity, like kung sa siya kapaspas. And pwede po niya ma-check ang sperm concentration and sperm morphology. Okay? Alright, that's an additional lang, CASA. Computer-assisted semen analysis. Okay. Alright. Ayan. Next, we now go to what we call anti-sperm antibodies. Now, there are instances, mga good guys, na normal ra imuhang mga results, pero you're still infertile. Well, maybe that could indicate the presence of anti-sperm antibodies. So, when you say anti-sperm antibodies, these are antibodies against the sperm cells. And usually, they are detected in semen mismo, in the cervical mucosa of the female, or in serum, sa serum gyud. So, what happens, mga good, example, in vasectomy daw, the blood and testis barrier, di ba? So, meaning na barrier between the testis and the immune system sa blood. Naaray barrier, but then ay mga invasive procedures, example, vasectomy, or i-reverse ang vasectomy, like ibalik tong gikat na vas deferens, pwedeng ma-disrupt tong barrier. So, what happens is ang sperm cell, ma-introduce siya to the blood. So, what happens is, ang imuhang immune system mo create ng antibodies against the sperm. So therefore, if na antibodies against sperm, dili na noon siya mo work properly. Okay? Kaya the antibodies have neutralized or have stopped the sperm cell to work. Okay? Alright. So, muna siya yung point sa anti-sperm antibodies. Again, pwede siyang nasa semen or pwede po siya sa female body mismo, sa cervical mucosa or sa serum. Okay. Alright. Now, unsa daw murag clue na anti-sperm antibody? Sa semen daw mismo sa microscopic, makakita ka na yung mga sperm cells na nagkumpul-kumpul. So, like, sperm cell, nag-ana sila, nagtapot-tapot sila. Alright? Mura man balloon. Okay, alright. So, nagtapot-tapot sila, muna siya clue daw in the semen sample na naay anti-sperm antibody. Okay, alright. So first test, you have what we call the mixed agglutination reaction. So it detects the presence of IgG antibodies. Your semen sample plus AHG plus latex particles or treated RBCs coated with IgG. And the normal is less than 10% motile sperm attached to the particles. So what happened, manggod kaning MAR or mixed agglutination test. Okay. So example, this is your sperm, guys, ha. Sorry naman. Alright. So nana siya kani ang anti-sperm antibody nimo. Okay? Okay, ayan. So that's the anti-sperm antibody. Okay? Now, the test, what it does is iyahang imo siyang incubate with AHG. Now, AHG or anti-human globulin, okay? So ang point aning AHG, it's an antibody against an antibody. So what happens is ang AHG, mutapot siya aning antibody na naan na sa sperm mismo. Okay? And recall, di ba, na ay RBCs, na imo kang gi-appeal, RBCs, na napoy IgG. Right? Okay. So what happens is, okay, muna siya may tabo. Ayan. Okay. So this is sorry guys, mautas akong drawing, ha? Wait lang. Okay. Alright. So, muna siya AHG and then muna siyang RBCs with IgG. Okay? Alright? Na-gets ra? So, what happens is, kaning RBCs na IgG, mutapot siya sa AHG. Okay. Now, recall na yung AHG, ninapot na siya daan aning anti-sperm antibody na naan na sa sperm. So, therefore, pagtapot nila, mo-agglutinate sila. Okay? Therefore, na ay reaction na may tabo. And that means na you have anti-sperm antibody. Okay? Alright, that's for mixed agglutination reaction. The next one to detect anti-sperm antibodies is your Immunobead test. Now, for the Immunobead test, we detect the presence now of IgG, IgM, and IgA. So, this test is much more specific compared sa imuhang mixed agglutination reaction because we now detect the different types of antibodies, not only IgG, so IgM and also IgA. Now, aside from that, it also demonstrates kung asa sa sperm cell ang antibody na locate. Is it sa head ba? Is it sa midpiece? Is it sa tail? Now, if the antibodies are attached sa head, so therefore na ay problem na sa ovum penetration, and if ang antibodies na sa tail naka-attach, so therefore na ay problem sa motility. Okay. So, ang procedure ani guys is your semen sample. So, let's say imuhang sperm ni. Okay? Ayan. So, let's say daw na naay na yung antibodies naka-attach diri sa head, naapoy naka-attach diri sa tail. Okay. Now, your sample, ada na tuog mga beads, alright? Na naapoy mga, let's say, IgG ni, kani po na IgM. Alright. Okay. Now, after, ato na siyang examine, microscope, alright? Alright? And then, atong i-examine lang tawag nato kung asa na nitapot ang mga antibodies. So, example, kaning sa taas, nitapot daw ang IgG na antibody dira. Okay? Alright? Ayan. So, IgG ni. Alright? And then, ang usapod, katong usa, sa tail daw nitapot. Ayan. Ayan. So, IgM ni. Okay. So, kani bead ni siya, ha? Okay. So, ayan. So, mas makita ni mo. Mas specific na siya. Kay mas na-detect man tung asa na area sa sperm cell makita ang antibodies. Okay? Alright. That's for Immunobead test. Okay. And ang normal ana is less than 50% of the sperm kay na ay beads na nakatapot. Okay. Alright. So, normal ra if makakita kag less than 50% of the sperm na na-test na ay mga beads na nitapot. Okay? Alright. Ayan. Okay. Next one is additional testing for abnormal semen analysis, just like further ragyod. So like, unsay may tabo, if kani ang result nimo unsa atong pwedeng test if further. So number one, if decrease imong motility pero normal ang count, it means base na ay problema sa viability, meaning dili siya kalahutay, dili siya mabuhi for a long period of time. So, unsa tong test na pwedeng i-perform? Viability test using the staining eosin nigrosin. Now, let's say decrease imong count. Okay, so it could indicate na medyo dili kayo inanaka enough imuhang support medium or seminal vesicle. So, we could test your fructose level. Diba? Recall that fructose gives the energy, all right, para your sperm cells can propel forward. And aside from that, naa siya sa imuhang seminal fluid. All right? So, kung decreased ang count, it could be na decrease po ang seminal vesicle support medium or seminal fluid. So, pwede na ito itest imuhang fructose level. Then, di ba, we have that test for fructose. Remember pa mo sa yung classical chem, is it, resorcinol test ba for fructose? Tama ba? Resorcinol test for fructose. Yeah? Alright, so we could perform that. Okay? Alright, and decreased motility niya na ay clumping. Okay, so it could indicate male anti-sperm antibodies. Meaning, sa semen palang daan sa male na ay anti-sperm antibodies. So we could perform MAR or katong Immunobead. Or, pwede butang mugamit og serum sa imuhang male plus the sperm. Okay. So, this is in the assumption that your serum has antibodies sa sperm. So, if naay agglutination or magtapot-tapot sila, then that could mean na naay antibodies siya against sperm. Okay? Alright. Or pwede po itong MAR or Immunobead. Now, the last scenario is what if normal regular tanan pero naadya po infertility. So that could mean na naay anti-sperm antibodies pero sa female this time. Ayan. So ang female mismo ang naay antibodies against sperm. That is why siguro munang bahalag normal ra ang sperm count, sperm morphology, sperm motility, naadya po infertility. Because ang female, ang wife, naay antibodies against the sperm. So of course, dili mo lihok properly ang sperm, dili siya mo function well. Alright? So munang naay infertility. So we could use again sperm agglutination with female serum. So ang serum sa female or sa wife, alright? Plus the sperm of the husband or sa semen. Atong i-mix together. Now, if naay antibodies ang female serum, so iyang i-attach iyang self sa sperm sa iyang husband, so munang naay infertility. Okay? Alright, ayan. And next one, we have chemical testing. Okay, so for chemical testing, it's usually used lang again if naakay problem, kato, di ba? Katong fructose test, di ba? So, kung fructose, if decreased ang value, it means naakay decrease imong seminal fluid volume. It could mean na naakay problem siguro sa seminal vesicles. Kani neutral alpha glucosidase. Please take note, guys. If decreased iyang value indicates na ay disorder sa epididymis, okay? Neutral alpha na ha, alpha glucosidase. And zinc citric acid and of course ACP, these are all found in prostatic fluid. So if decreased na siya ng mga levels, then that could indicate decrease in mga prostatic fluid or na problem mong prostate. Okay? Alright, so na prostate deficiency or insufficiency. Okay, so muna siya for chemical testing. Okay, especially daw sa mga alleged rape cases daw, guys. Your motile sperm, okay? Motile sperm can live up to 24 hours after intercourse. Okay? And then after 3 days daw, guys, amotile. Alright? Until after 3 days. And head na lang daw makitaan after 7 days of intercourse. So example, the patient is a victim of alleged rape. So if you test yung vaginal fluid or vaginal sample, and then ay makita na head man lang gani of the sperm, then that could indicate na rape yun siya, alleged na rape. And that could be a strong evidence against the perpetrator. Okay? And I think nakadawat ko ng mga specimen when I was an intern. And luoy jud kayo. Yeah, it varies from all ages, from young to old, as in, so it's not in what people wear. Rape is rape. Okay? Dili na kay tungo nagpa-sexy siya. Kaya nga ang bata nagpa-sexy mo na na-rape siya. No, it's never with what you wear, with what with what you wear. It's rape is rape. Kung rapist ka, rapist ka. Okay? Alright. Medyo na-strong ko dito. Okay, kaya yung mga uban na tungod daw sa gisuot. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, wala lang. Different topic. Okay, muna siya. Okay, chemical testing. Okay. And yes. And last one is your sperm function tests. Now, these sperm function tests usually are performed na in mga not usually in routine lab na, guys, pero in andrology lab. So usually kato na mga focus gyud og fertility, mga fertility clinic, mga ga-perform ng mga in vitro fertilization, mga inana. So andrology lab, mga high-end lab. And these are some of the tests. So this is in Strassenger pa rin. So first one is hamster egg penetration. So ang point ana is the sperm sa imuhang patient incubated with non-specific species of hamster eggs. Okay? And then imo siyang ilatawon if makapenetrate ba siya microscopically. I don't know lang the overall principle why makapenetrate ra gyapon siya. Bahalag dili human egg. Pero basin tungod kay non-specific raman, so kay egg man to ma-penetrate ra gyapon siya sa sperm. So it detects if makapenetrate ba, if work ba properly hang acrosomal cap, kay makapenetrate ra siya sa ovum. Okay, next, cervical mucous penetration. You observe if ang sperm able ba siya to pass through the cervical mucus, especially mid-cycle. So kanang murag during sa menstruation cycle sa imuhang wife or sa patient or sa girl. Alright? So atong latawon if kaya ba sa iyang flagella or kaya ba niya na muswim against that. Okay? Alright, the cervical mucous penetration. Next, you have hypoosmotic. So ato siyang exposed to low sodium concentration. And ato evaluate if maka-withstand ba na siya ana. Okay? If iyahang membrane kay okay ra ba and ug makalahutay ra ba siya in ana na concentration na very hypoosmotic. Okay? Alright, so we expose sperm cells to low concentration, low sodium concentrations, hypoosmotic. And then we determine if maka-withstand ra ba iyahang membrane against that environment and makalahutay ba siya. Alright? Okay, sana all makalahutay. And next, in vitro acrosome reaction with the name itself, you evaluate the acrosome if it's able to produce enzymes ba that can penetrate the ovum. Alright? So again, these are all performed in andrology laboratories, kato na mga high-end, kato na yung focus on fertility, mga in vitro fertilization, mga inana. Okay? So not usually common in our routine lab. Alright? Okay, ayan. So guys, do you have any questions? Yes, feel free to message or send me an email. Char. Okay. So basically, that's it. That's the end of our discussion on semen analysis. Quite a lengthy topic. Medyo dagan kong nayaw-yaw mga binasos dito. So apologies, no? And may mga na-strong na part. Yes naman. But I do hope na clear lang to. Okay? Again, if you have any questions based on the previous slide, just chat on our GC or PM me. Alright? And yeah, despite bittersweet, kayo mo na atong last pre-recorded lecture na good for analysis of urine and body fluids. And it's only my hope lang yun na, after this SEM, I don't know if ma-students pa mo next SEM, if na pa ba ko next SEM, char lang. I do hope lang yun na you're able to retain this. And if dili magani ma-retain, in the future, if you get to encounter it again, especially sa internship mangani or sa board exam na review, I do hope na murag makain ko na, okay, na-discuss na ni Sir Mark. Okay, yes, I understand this already. But at least, pag-abot dito, dili na kaayo, nakahago ang effort para mutuon kay na-encounter na. Okay, mura dyan na akong goal ninyo. And nadyo mo yung ma-learn. Alright? Okay, so thank you so much, dears, for a very fruitful semester. It was really fun. Paspas kaayo. And supposed to be AUBF is one of the most sadya na lab yun. Kaya na kanina, semen analysis, na katong pregnancy test na magunit og baki. But because of this pandemic, sige na lang. I hope you get to experience that soon po. So, yeah, kailakon ko. Char, I'm so emotional. But yeah, thank you so much. This is very memorable semester. Kay nag-online class and all that. And all these pre-recorded lectures will really serve as a very, cherishable memory to me. Okay. Alright, so, muhilak na ko. Asa naman ang chaser? Joke lang. Alright, so thank you, dears. Again, have a great day. And keep safe, and I'll see you wherever man or whenever I see you. Okay? Alright.